He said he wasn't looking for forgiveness. He just needed someone to listen. 11 words, at a red light, ended 15 years of marriage. And what came after destroyed 3 more lives. You're listening to The Confession Stories. This is his recording.
I'm not here to make excuses. I just need to say this out loud somewhere that isn't my own head. My name's Daniel Price, 43, Seattle, Washington, software engineer, husband, father, at least. I thought I was still all of those things. For 15 years, I believed I knew my wife. We weren't perfect, but we were solid. I fixed what broke, said sorry when I was wrong, laughed at her bad jokes on purpose. That night, I would have sworn I was happy. We were driving home from dinner with friends. Laura was behind the wheel. She likes to drive when she drinks less than I do. We rolled past Green Lake. Drizzle turned to mist on the windshield. On the radio, a dumb Safeway jingle. She hummed to it. It felt stupidly domestic. Her phone buzzed once, then again. She smiled, not at me, at the screen. "Work?" I asked. "Yeah," she said, too fast. At the next red light, she answered the message. Her thumb slipped. The phone slid forward, screen tilted toward me. I caught 11 words. Last night was incredible. I can't stop thinking about your body. Signed, Marcus. The car swerved. She corrected it quick. I didn't say anything. The air between us got heavier than I-5 traffic. "Who's Marcus?" I finally asked. Her jaw tightened. "A colleague. He jokes a lot." "Does he usually joke about your body?" "Jesus, Daniel. It's nothing." But her knuckles were white on the wheel. When we pulled into the driveway, she smiled like everything was fine. "Wine?" she asked. "For what?" "For us." I picked up her phone instead. Her voice cracked. "Daniel, don't." But it was already open. Hundreds of messages. Weeks, maybe months. "Still tasting you. Same hotel. Don't wear anything under that dress." My hands were shaking so hard the text blurred. She lunged for it. I stepped back. "How long?" I asked. "You're invading my privacy." "Your privacy?" I laughed. "Your privacy is in our house, in our bed." She said nothing, just stared like she didn't recognize me. Then she said it. "Fine. It happened once. A mistake." I scrolled further back. Same hotel. Different dates. "Stop digging," she said. "You'll only hurt yourself." I already was. She went inside. I drove until the suburbs disappeared. Ended up at a bar called The Lighthouse. No ocean anywhere near it. Bourbon. Neat. The bartender poured without asking why. A woman sat next to me. Mid-40s. Sharp eyes. "Either someone died or someone lied," she said. "Lied," I said. "My wife." She didn't say sorry. She said, "How many?" I frowned. "Just one." "Marcus." She nodded. "It's rarely one." She slid a card across the counter. "Rebecca Hale, family law." "You don't need a lawyer yet," she said. "You need proof." I didn't know it then, but that night, she handed me the first piece of it. Jay's garage looked like NASA's graveyard. Monitors everywhere. Wires like veins. He turned one screen toward me. "Everything's mirrored," he said. Email, text threads, calendars. My wife's life color-coded in Betrayal. Blue for work, green for appointments, red for Marcus. Except there was more than red. Yellow and purple. "What's yellow?" I asked. Jay hesitated. "Scott, yoga instructor, Fridays." "And purple?" "Jason, your neighbor's younger brother. Weekends you travel." I didn't feel shock anymore. Just pressure. Like holding something that wants to explode. "How long?" 14 months minimum," he clicked again. Dates filled the screen. My marriage reduced to a scheduling spreadsheet. I wanted to laugh, but even that felt like hers now. Then Jay opened the photos. Hotel rooms, wine glasses, same angle every time. Like she had a routine for sin. Metadata, time, location, perfection. In one shot, Trader Joe's peonies on the nightstand. The same she posted on Instagram as self-care. I stared until faces became shapes. Shapes became noise. When I finally looked away, the world stayed pixelated. That night I copied everything. 3 folders. Truth, 1. Truth, 2. Truth, 3. Science for grief. Order for chaos. Didn't help. 3 days later, I was living double. Daytime husband, nighttime detective. She thought I was forgiving her silence. I was memorizing it. At night, she'd fall asleep beside me again. Her breathing was calm. Mine wasn't. Once she mumbled, "Don't forget the charger, babe." I bit my tongue until I tasted blood. I didn't ask who she meant. The data kept coming. Jay sent updates. Found deleted thread. Marcus not exclusive. Every ping from my phone felt like a heart attack in Morse code. By the end of the week, I had her full rotation. Marcus, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Scott, Fridays. Jason, weekends. 3 men, 1 house, and a fool holding the mortgage. Rebecca called. Her tone was calm, almost clinical. "You have options," she said. "Do you want justice or peace?" "I want her to see what she built," I said, "and watch it collapse." Rebecca was silent for a breath. "That's justice," she said. "Peace comes after, if it ever does." That night, I printed everything. Pages covered the living room floor. Hotel bills, photos, names. Laura came downstairs, robe tied, eyes confused. "What are you doing?" "Organizing," I said. Her face drained. "You went through my things?" "I went through our life," I said. "Turns out it was a group project." She whispered, "Daniel, please." Her voice was small. I almost pitied her. Almost. Then she said, "It didn't mean anything." I held up the papers. "Then none of this does either." She covered her face. "Daniel, you don't understand." "No," I said. "Now I finally do." And that's when I knew. If she could build a secret world in silence, I could end it, in front of everyone. Rebecca said, "You have everything you need." I said, "Not yet." Because the truth locked in folders wasn't enough. She needed to see it standing, breathing, falling apart. Friday. The plan moved like clockwork. At 4 p.m., 3 emails went out. Anonymous address, each one containing proof. Screenshots, dates, names, an invitation. "If you want to know the full story, come to 2389 Ashwood Lane, 6:30 p.m. Then I called her parents. They deserved the truth too. Her father, a retired judge. His voice was all gravity. He said, "We'll be there." At 5:30, I parked in our driveway. Lights glowed from the kitchen. She was cooking, like nothing happened. I opened the door. She smiled. "Daniel," she said, "you're home." Her arms came up to hug me. I didn't move. "We need to talk," I said. "Of course," she replied, turning off the stove. "I made your favourite." "Stop." Her eyes flickered. "Marcus," I said. "Scott." "Jason." Every name landed like a heartbeat. "You've been busy." Rebecca's warning ran in my head. "Show the truth. Don't publish it. No cameras, no recordings. Keep it in the room." So I did. The doorbell rang. "That'll be your parents," I said. Her face drained. "They deserve to hear it too." I opened the door. Her parents stood there. Grave, already knowing too much. Her father nodded once, a man stepping into a courtroom he didn't want. Behind me, Laura whispered, "Daniel, please don't do this." I didn't answer. The bell rang again. Marcus. Crisp shirt, confused eyes. He saw me, then her. "What's going on?" Before she could speak, another knock. Scott, then Jason. 3 men, one by one, stepping into the same room for the first time. If silence had a sound, it lived there. I gestured to the sofa. Sit. They obeyed. Laura stood between them and me, a wall of panic shaped like a person. What is this? Marcus asked. The truth, I said. I connected my laptop to the TV. The spreadsheet filled the screen. Names, dates, colours. Red, yellow, purple. 3 colours for 3 lovers. 1 woman coordinating them all. Laura gasped. You violated my privacy? No, I said. I restored the record. Her father's voice cut through. Laura, is this true? She said nothing. Then Marcus spoke. You said your husband didn't care anymore. Scott, you told me he was violent. Jason, you said he left you. The room began to turn, not toward me, but toward her. Stop, she screamed. Tears streaked down her face. Her mother sobbed quietly. Her father just watched, eyes made of judgment and grief. You humiliated me, she yelled at me. No, I said. You did that yourself. She straightened, voice shaking. Fine. Yes, it's true. I was bored, Daniel. I wanted to feel wanted. She looked around the room, wild and furious. Well, you all got what you wanted, didn't you? No one answered. I walked to the table, picked up the envelope. Divorce papers, I said. They're dated today. Her voice broke. So that's it. 15 years. It ended the second you decided I wasn't enough. The men stood. One mumbled an apology. Her parents left quietly. I didn't look back. When the door finally shut, the house felt hollow. She whispered behind me, You destroyed everything. No, I said. You just didn't think it would fall. Silence. That's what was left. No shouting, no tears. Just the hum of the refrigerator and the sound of something ending. She went upstairs. I stayed in the living room. The papers still on the table. The TV frozen on the spreadsheet that broke our life. I sat there until the blue light turned grey, and I realised I wasn't angry anymore. Anger's loud, but grief, it whispers. It crawls inside you and rearranges the furniture. That night, she cried in our bedroom. I didn't go in. For the first time, her pain didn't feel like mine to fix. 3 days later, she was gone. No note, just an empty closet and a half-folded shirt on the bed. I didn't chase. You can't chase someone who's already been leaving for a year. Weeks passed. Divorce finalized fast. Rebecca saw to that. I signed the last paper in silence. No celebration, just stillness. Her parents came by once. Her mother cried. Her father, he just said, You handled it with dignity, Daniel. I didn't feel dignified. I felt empty, like someone unplugged the house but forgot to turn off the lights. Rebecca invited me for coffee one afternoon. She asked, Do you regret it? I thought for a long time before answering. No, I regret that I didn't leave the first time I felt her pull away. She smiled. Not kindly, not cruelly, just real. That's how healing starts, she said. Months went by. I sold the house, moved into a smaller place near the water. The first night there, I unpacked our old photo albums. I almost threw them out. Instead, I kept them. Because those years happened, they were mine too. Sometimes, late at night, I still hear her laugh in my head. The version of her that existed before the lies. I let it stay. Not because I miss her, but because I don't want to forget what love sounded like before it burned. And consequences found their way back. Marcus sent one line. My fiancé moved out. Scott lost his Friday class. Studio doesn't want drama. Jason stopped waving when he walked past my porch. Choices echo. Mirror morality. I kept a ledger of pain like she kept a calendar of desire. That's not the man I want to be. So no, I don't hate her. I don't love her either. I just forgive the ghost of her that still walks through my memories. My name is Daniel Price, and for the first time in a long time, I am free.
He said silence was the only thing she left behind, but sometimes silence is louder than forgiveness. 15 years, 3 affairs, 1 truth. He called it justice. Some might call it revenge. What would you call it? Would you have done the same? You've been listening to The Confession Stories. If you have a story you can't carry alone, send it to us, because sometimes telling it is the only way to survive it.